Hello everyone, welcome back to the Answer Zone by Yash Sirwal #Abhyas. Okay, so today we're going to continue our chapter number 8, Natural Resources of Standard 10 SS English Medium. Today we're going to see about two topics or two types of soil. Okay, so have a look at the first one, that is red soil. Okay, in Gujarati, red soil is also called as Rati Jameen. That is just for your sake of knowledge. So this is the second major type of soil which possessed by India or which is there in India, that is red soil. How we can say that? So that is, we can say from its proportion, the proportion of red soil in India is somehow 19%. Okay, so 19% availability of the red soil in India. So what are the places where it exactly found? So from the northeast, west, south, in all four directions you will find the red soil. How and where? So we'll start from the southern India. So from the southern India, southern valley, that is in Tamil Nadu, up till the north zone in the Bundelkhand. Okay, so from south to north. Along with that, from the east in Rajmahal Hills and in the west near Kutch or in the Kutch. Along with the Kutch, it will also found in some of the part of the Rajasthan too. Okay, so these are the various places where you will find the red soil. Then the formation and composition. The red soil, the name itself suggests you that the color of the soils must be red, and that red color is due to the presence of ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3. Okay, this presence of iron will going to combine with the oxygen, and that ferrous plus oxygen will tell you or will give you the ferric oxide. As soon as you dig out this soil and it goes down, that reddish color will be diminished and you will find the yellow color. That is the sign that still ferrous and oxygen are not bind completely. The reaction is partially happened or the reaction is not started yet. So that is the indication, and hence that is the yellow color. As soon as the process goes down, okay, that part also will turn red. So the upper part is turned red, that shows the complete reaction in the formation of Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide. Other than that, the elements like lime, gravel, carbonate are completely absent from the red soils, whereas you will find the low proportion of magnesium, phosphate, nitrogen, carbonate ions and potash. Okay, that's it. And yes, the last and the very important, various crops. So the crops like millet, cotton, jowar, groundnut, etc. you can grow in the red soil. So that's it about red soil. Now look at the second soil for today, that is laterite soil. Okay, this is one of the minor soil of India, which means its proportion is not as large as the three major soils. The third major soil we'll see in the next lecture, so stay tuned with us for that. Laterite is one of the minor soil. So why it is minor? Because it is not as large as the other soil. Okay, this laterite soil is also known as Padkhau soil. This you have to remember because this word is not given in your textbook but can be asked in the examination. So this is very important. Padkhau soil. Now why it is called as Padkhau? So first I'll explain you the meaning of laterite, then you will understand the Padkhau as well. Okay, so look, the meaning of laterite, the word letter, laterite word came from the word letter, and that letter word belongs to which language? So very important, that is belongs to the Latin language, and that word letter means brick. So from this extent you can again got to know one thing, that this laterite soil is also kind of brickish in color. Okay, slightly reddish in color too, right? That is again due to the presence of iron oxide. Iron oxide is the combination of both FeO, that is ferrous oxide, and Fe2O3, ferric oxide. Okay, so what is the meaning of laterite and what is the characteristics of laterite soil? How laterite can be distinguished from the red, as both are reddish in color. Okay, so how can one distinguish? So look here, the distinguishing character between those two. Look, this laterite soil become buttery, okay, when it wet. And as soon as that moisture dry up and the soil becomes dry, it will become the hard. The upper surface become totally hard. As the upper surface, that upper pod is going to be very hard. Okay, hence the term is given, that is pod hard. Got it? The upper layer is the hard. Got it? Okay. So how it formed the laterite soil? So look, due to the changing in the dry and the moist climate, okay, the climate may change due to the change of seasons, and due to the prevention of the silica-like material. The absence of silica may play very important role to make the soil buttery. How it is possible? Silica play a very important role in the binding of the soil particles, but due to the prevention of silica to do its function, okay, the soil particle become loosen up, and there are might chances for you to lose your grip from that soil, and you can be fallen down on the soil sometimes. Okay, and hence it is buttery when it got dry. When you will find there's so much amount of moisture in the soil, so the particles will spread away from each other due to that presence of moisture. Okay, and hence the soil is kind of loosened in nature. Okay, while it will wet. Then where it found exactly? So in the higher peninsular region, that is the southern part of India. Composition, so ferric, that is ferrous, obviously iron, potash and aluminium are in high proportion, where still the soil is not as much as fertile as the other soil. Why? The major reason is because of the so much, if moisture is there, then the soil become loosen up and won't grip particular crops, hence. Okay, so it is a less fertile soil, but still you can grow cotton, ragi, tea, coffee, etc. But how you can grow? So one thing is, you have to remember always with the help of fertilizers. Without fertilizers you cannot grow any kind of crops in the laterite soil. So that's it about red and laterite soil. Thank you.